Sorry, there's someone behind me. I don't want to get them in it, but oh my god, we are on our way. I'm like so excited. Like I'm like proper like buzzing. So excited. It's Sleeping with Sirens Day and I have VIP, and I was thinking, you know, we could vlog. I missed out like the first half of the day because I completely forgot, but you know, it is what it is. We are in Glasgow and I can't remember which way to go, so I actually need to use the map, so I'll be back. I've not vlogged outside in like so long, so this feels so funny. But honestly, like I feel so sick and like an extra level of excitement because it's been 3 years since I've seen the Sleeping with Sirens guys. Like, what the hell? I'm so excited. Like I'm past caring and people stare, to be honest. It's just, you know, this is fun. I'll see if they want to be in it. I don't know, I'll try and get some clips here and there if I can, but there'll definitely be content from the show. I'm so annoying, right? Because I said to my sister, I don't want to know the set list in advance, I want to be surprised. I feel, and then asked her to tell me, and then made a playlist so I could listen to it. Why am I like this? Honestly, I'm so excited. I'm also extremely colourful today. Sleeping with Sirens top, and I have my pink jeans with like my jeans with the pink bits on it. I'm nearly at the venue. Oh my god, I didn't get the chance to paint my nails though. Anyway. Oh my god, guys. It's the fact that I full on like had to apologise in advance. I was like, I'm really sorry if I like cry or hyperventilate by freaking out, because it's just been so long that I can't contain the overwhelming excitement that is inside right now. But yeah.
This song's called Iris. It goes like this. Cause I know that you feel me somehow. You're the closest to heaven that I'll ever be, and I don't wanna go home right now. Cause all I can taste is this moment, and all I can breathe is your love. And sooner or later it's over. I just don't wanna lose you tonight. And I don't want the world to see me, cause I don't think that they understand. When everything's meant to be broken, I just want you to know who I am. Whoa. Cause you can't fight the tears that ain't coming, or the moment, the truth in your eyes. When everything feels like the movie, yeah, the bleed, trust and know you're alive. I don't want the world to see I just want you to know who I am. Truth is out underneath the witty words I don't believe. I can't believe the damn thing they said anymore. Liar, 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 you pay for your sin. Liar, 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 you pay for your sin. Oh shit. Let's go! Alright, Scarlett! One, two, one, two, three, go!
Hello guys, so this didn't go to plan because after VIP my my phone black screened. It just would not turn off or on or anything. It was just black screen and it stuck on the time at 6:43 and I could see like my signal and everything but nothing. So I had to go after because I tried to buy merch and then for some reason it just like froze. But I managed to get a tour t-shirt. I'm so excited. I finally got a tour t-shirt. Like I've been so meaning to get one for like the longest time and it felt right to get one for this tour. But yeah, sorry, like this is obviously the next day and I just like I'm so just to excuse the fact that I'm still kind of like a mess from last night. But last night was the best night of my entire life. And I say that every Sirens show because every Sirens show is literally the best fucking night ever. Like literally. Oh my gosh. Like VIP was just like so good. Like the acoustic set where they played James Dean, Audrey. If I'm James Dean and you're Audrey Hepburn, but acoustic. And they done the Q&A. And the Q&A was so fun. I was like, oh my god, think of a question. I was like, Megan, just think of something. And my question was so cliche and like, and it's annoying because I'm really bad. Like I was just so excited. I couldn't, as you could just tell from the start, like I was so excited that my brain was just focusing on how excited I was that I couldn't think of anything else. So I was like, think of a question. And I was like, what's your favorite tour memory? And I was like, oh, why? Like I could have came out like when I was actually in the gig waiting for them to like come out. I was like, oh my god, I should have asked them like what their favorite song they've ever written was and why. Like that is such a better question because it gives more. I mean, I'm not saying they didn't give me an answer because they did, because I was going to say it gives you more of a response because then that sounds like they didn't answer me, but no, they did. They answered my question like really well and it was so nice. I didn't record that part though, sadly, but I feel like with VIP, like, although I recorded the acoustic performance, I feel like there are parts that you want to just keep for yourself, like, and not have it recorded, if you get me. and just keep like the memory of it. Sorry, this camera angle is like not a vibe, like, and I was sober, like I'm not even like hungover or anything like that, so I have no excuses. This is just me being like flopping over here. But guys, like, so we were standing in a line before the Q&A, right? Or before the song. Was it the Q&A? I think it was the Q&A, and Kellen was like, I'm gonna put my tea down. And I'm like, oh, it's so nice. And he walked past me. I was like, oh, I'll just like move out the way. And he walked past like to go back, and he was like, oh, it's so good to see you again. And I was like, he remembers me? I was like, what the fuck is going on? I was like, it's so good to see you again too. And I was like, holy shit, like what is going on? And then I was like all awkwardly like trying to get in the line, because I was like, oh my god, like after for the picture. So I was trying to stay in the line for the picture, and it's so funny because I was like, oh yeah, this will be good to give you my phone. I was like, one time I actually did go to a meet and greet once, and I forgot to give them my phone, and I was like, that's not really gonna get me very far, and they were just like laughing. And then like we got the picture. It's funny because I'll put the picture like here. I look so happy, and it's so nice because sometimes I look too happy, which I know you can't look too happy, but because my eyes are really hooded, like they just like sometimes make me look really weird. So I was so happy that I looked just really happy. But it's funny because I walked over and I was like, it's so good to see that you're here, Justin, because the last time I met them in Glasgow, I was so happy to see Justin because I didn't get to meet him the last time I'd met them, and then Nick had made a joke being like, oh yeah, well he's only here for this, like he's not actually playing the show, and I was like, no, don't say that. I finally get to meet Justin. I don't think he would have remembered the joke because he was trying to smile for the picture, and I was talking to him, he was like, yeah, and I was like, stop. Oh my god, I just love how silly Justin is and just how fun. They're all so fun though. Because then after the picture, like we took the picture, Nick was like, oh, it's so good to see you again, like you are the girl that, like, you are the person that does the reaction videos, right? And I was like, yeah, that's me. I was like, oh my god. They remembered me. Because then Kellen was like, yeah, like we really appreciate it. I was like, oh my god. I was like, yeah, you guys commented on one, and I was like, it was so nice, and I reacted to your solo stuff. And he was like, yeah, and he was like, and then Nick was like, oh, come here, like, and then gave me a hug, and then I hugged them all, and then we just like chatted for a bit, and they were like, it's so good to see you, like, thanks for coming. And I was like, oh my god, what is going on? Like, I was shaking. Like, I done so well though for actually just not showing them I was freaking out, but oh my god, like I was like trying to do deep breathing exercises before I went in, because I was like, oh my god, I'm going to freak out, like, oh my god. But like thankfully I didn't freak out fully outwardly. I mean, it's not a bad thing, it's just sometimes people don't know how to react to it, because one time I went to see like a smaller local band, and I was hyperventilating because I finally got to meet them, and they thought they were going to have to call an ambulance. So I was like, please don't let that happen, please don't freak them out, like please just act like a normal person. And I did, again, thankfully, so props to me for trying to contain the excitement so that I could actually speak to them, because it would be so awkward if I went to go talk to them and it was just like me bawling because I'm like, because you're on a time scale because there's so much more people, and then you've ruined your moment because you're crying. Like, wait till the like later to cry, Megan. Like, you know, that's how I was feeling. I was like, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry. I was like shaking. I always make a friend when I go to concerts. Like, I made another friend for this concert, and I was so happy because I was like, no one was really speaking to me like beforehand, but like I'm sometimes awkward. Like I try to make like conversation, and if people don't want to talk to me, I'm like, okay, that's fine, and then I'll just find someone else to speak to. Oh, but the show itself was amazing, like amazing. Like the support acts were so good. There was Charming Liars in Static Dress, I'm sure that's what they were was pronounced, because I don't know if I was like misnaming them at the start, but I'm sure it was Static Dress. If not, I'll come back and correct myself. But oh my god, I was talking to my sister like when they were, I'm sure it was Charming Liars, where giving out all their stuff, because she kept quickly asking me a question, and I turned round and they'd thrown the drumstick and it hit me in the side of the face. I got like proper pelted with it, and I was like, I should probably just pay more attention. Like, usually I do, but like I never get drumsticks. So I was like, the chances of me getting one flung into the face is because I think someone tried to jump, or like they ducked because they thought they were going to hit them in the face, and then I wasn't paying attention, so because I didn't grab it, it hit me in the face, but I was able to grab it from that. So it was not the drummer's fault. It was literally my fault, because the people next to me ducked and I didn't pay attention, and I just got slapped in the face. But you know, rock and roll and all that, so it's fine. And then yeah, they came on like Sleeping with Sirens. I was going crazy. I was like jumping about the place, like living my best life, singing my heart out. And then, because I like to look at all of them when like they're singing, or when they're performing. Kellen, well, like, no, other people do sing, but do you know what I mean? Sorry, I'm like overwhelmed. But yeah, like, so when they're all performing, I like to look at them all, so like they don't just think I'm showing attention to like one specific person. So I was just like, whoa, and then I like made eye contact with Kellen, and he could see me like just rocking out, and he was like, yeah, and we just like vibed, and it was like so exciting. I was like, oh my god, because he pointed at me, and he was like, yeah, and I was like, stop it. And then the girl Lauren that I made friends with, she was like, oh my god, he recognized you again. And I was like, this is too much for one day. And then, oh my god, they played Better Off Dead. Every time that song makes me sob, like, because I've been open about this before, like, that's something that the whole like meaning behind that song is how I felt before. So like I just sob every time, and the fact that like the line, even just talking about this is making me well up. But the line, Jesus Christ, the line, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. Stop, this is ridiculous. I'm just trying to tell a story. Oh, jeezy peeps. Okay. Oh, it was worse last night. I was like sobbing. It was so bad. But it's good to get it out, you know. But it was the line, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone, and Nick looked at me and he was like this, and I was like, stop it. I was like, oh, even thinking about it just makes me emotional. It's so ridiculous. You know, the post, I just looked at myself and then laughed because I look ridiculous. I think as well, when you like actually talk about it the day after, sometimes it hits you more of like how much you miss it. I'm sad it's over, because it was like the best fucking show, and obviously like my phone was like completely useless, so like I had to get my sister to like take all my videos for me, and so she could send me them. She passed me her phone though, so I could try and get pictures of like the band like all of them, like Kellen, Nick, Matty, Tony, Justin. But then after it, like, because I spent most of the concert without the phone, I was like, I just took a couple and then just gave it back. But yeah, and then oh my god, at the end, the set list was so good. They like done a good job. I'm still like, though, Justice for Complete Collapse, like that was my favourite song from the album. Well, one of my favourite songs. Oh wait, they didn't even play like Let Me Down either. But the part for Complete Collapse was, the tour's called Complete Collapse, and they didn't play Complete Collapse, and I was like, what is happening? I thought, okay, maybe they'll play the acoustic version, VIP. I mean, I'm not a hater. I'm not hating. Obviously, not a hater. But like, I was like, wait, why would they not have that? Like, when the tour's named after it, but it's fine because the album's called Complete Collapse, so it makes sense. But yeah, at the end, oh my god, obviously like when like bands like this give out guitar picks and stuff, everyone's like shoves to the front, and with me being like, the barrier was here, there was a person, and then there was me, because I went and stood next to the people that I'd made friends with. And oh, like I was getting arms to the side on both sides, and you could just see my head like on the freaking like little triangle of arms, and I was like squished. I was like, hi, I would like something. I was like, but I can't really get my arms out, so hi, if you could throw it here, that would be great. And it was like, and then there was this random girl that came out of nowhere and was like in front of me, and she kept leaning backwards, so I kept getting shoved back, and I was like, hey guys, like, I didn't really say anything though, because I would like feel too awkward, but I was like, okay. I did not feel like I was a person in that moment. But then, well, I'm like shoved up into the people, Kellen saw me and was like, to get people to move out the way, and pointed at me, and I was like, me? And he was like, yeah. And then he threw his towel with his sweat into my hand. I was like, please Megan, do not fuck this up, do not drop this, do not, like, I caught it. My reflexes did not let me down that day. They did not let me down last night. I was so happy. I was like, thank you for not letting me down, because sometimes my reflexes are absolutely awful. So I was like, oh, come on, please do not fuck this up. And I didn't. I'll even show you. Okay, so here's the drumstick. It's so cool though, because obviously it's a used drumstick, so it has like the marks on it, which is so cool. I'll show you. Oh, I had to roll the poster up and it got a bit crushed, so it's a bit sad, but hopefully I can like fix it. But oh, I can't do this. Can you sorry Matty, I'm not trying to eat you, I'm just trying to can you see it? Oh, this is so bad. It's actually really crushed. I just tried to roll it so that it wasn't thingy, but I'm not making this up. Kellen Quinn has touched this towel. He has. I'm not going to be weird and sniff it, because I don't know. And, no, Kellen, like, they all smell really nice in like a non-weird way. Like, they just like smell nice. But like, this is a debate that I was having with some, not a debate, but a discussion, because I was like, you know, for like females, you can be like, oh, like, you smell really nice, like, what are you wearing? But I always wonder, like, can you say that to guys? Because I don't know if it could be taken as, I mean, not in Sleeping with Sirens sense, but as a general thing of if guys think that you're flirting with them. And I never want to make anyone feel uncomfortable by being like, oh, you smell really nice, like, oh, what like aftershave do you use or whatever? Because then is that weird if you then buy, you're like, oh, they smell nice, I'm gonna get that for my partner because it smells nice. Do you know the thing I mean? And I would never say that to sort like a band member and be like, oh my god, you smell like so nice, and then they think, oh my god, like I mean, I don't think, sorry, I'm going off on a tangent, I don't think anyone's gonna think I'm trying to take their man, because I don't want to be a homewrecker. I'm not here to take anyone's man. I just want to know what cologne they wear, okay? They just smell nice. That was like the weirdest fucking tangent I've gone on, I think, on the channel, but the best fucking night, honestly. Like, the fact that, you know, Kellen walked past me and he like took the time to say it was good to see you again, and the fact that they took the time to say you're the person that like reacted to us on YouTube, and I'm like, yeah, and like they took the time to chat to me and to make me feel awesome throughout the night. Oh fuck, I'm away again. Oh, I'm like crying but laughing at the same time. Oh my god, I just love those guys so much. Like, the fact that they took the time to do that is like so nice. And like, some of the things weren't even like big things, but it's like, I think it's hitting me though, like this is why I'm crying, is because like I haven't seen them in so long that like just talking about it now is just like it's just like making me really upset, like, but in a happy way. It's not like sad, but I mean it's probably sad because it's over. It's like, it's sad, but they're gonna come back. I can see them again. Oh my god. Oh my god. But no, like, I was kind of sad that Tony wasn't at the meet and greet, to be fair. I mean, I know he probably didn't maybe feel like he could be there because he just not long helped the band or something, I don't know, but I thought it'd be cool to meet him too, because, you know, he helps at the moment, I don't know, so yeah. I'm gonna go before I like cry some more, but I'll hopefully get this together once my sister sent me the videos from the what was that tongue pop all about? Like, hello? What? What? I don't know. Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna get this video together once my sister's video is actually sent. So I'll hopefully get it edited tomorrow, which is Thursday. And I'll hopefully get it out on Thursday. So hopefully they send. Yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this really random vlog. Well, it's not random, but the vlog itself didn't become what it was supposed to be. Because my phone decided to be... I think my phone was freaking out as much as me and just broke. I think we can establish that. But big shout out to the guys in Sleeping with Sirens for just being the best human beings ever. Oh my god, I really need to sort my nose now. I'm crying. But just for being the best guys ever, and you know, for just taking the time to like do all that, like that. I mean, I know that they just do things because that's just how they are, but it's just so nice and thoughtful, and just it just means a lot to us fans. So thank you guys again for like the best night and for being the best, because all that stuff just meant so much to me. So thank you. I'm gonna go before I cry again. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys soon.